Hear that? They are working hard, and it's time for this little elf to do some Christmas nails. Let's get started. I don't really have a plan, but I have an idea of what colors I want to use. You don't have to do this, but it does help if you need to have focus of where you're going. You can get really detailed on this, or you can be really kind of, like I'm going to do. So I've got a pinky, I've got the ring finger, I've got the longer finger, and I've got the index. Well, I know that I do want this one as the accent. So I'm going to make this, I think, all gold. So it's a color thing I'm sort of coordinating. I'm going to leave the thumb out because I'm going to do the thumb and we're going to just do a free-for-all for that. Then I'm going to get color coordinated on the rest. And I think the pinky, I'm going to do red and green and gold. Okay? I don't really have to read this. I'm just getting an idea. And I think for this one, I'm going to do all green or all red. Green or red. And this one is going to be the opposite. All green or red. Meaning if I do this one all green, this one will be all red. So I think it'll be gold, green, red, and then this one will be the mixture of the two. I think that's a nice plan. Okay, now let's do it. Just give me a general idea, sort of works out any little bit of bugs. So what do I need? I need a file because I'm going to buff up my thumb. Okay, I'm going to start by slightly buffing. Now I do have a layer of acrylic on here. Acrylic, hybrid gel, it's a mixture of a few things. I do leave a thin layer every time. That helps preserve my natural nails. I always leave a thin layer of something on my nail. So when I remove a previous design, I leave a nice thin layer of something. So I'm just going to buff that thin layer up using my coarse because I do have something on there. Okay, just like the elves, I'm going to do everything by hand. Okay, I'm just going to quickly put my bridge on, and I called it that because it's a bridging between two different products. And I'm just going to give that a bit of a nuke. Okay, so I am going to put a white background. I want to give it some snow. So I'm going to use my ombre white. So I'm going to use this from the cuticle outward. I don't know how far down I'm going to go. These are going to be long. Last Christmas, I did a super long icicle nail. And I always toy every time I do these kinds of things, what shape or length that I'm going to do. But honestly, when it comes to Christmas, it's special. I gotta go long. I got to go long. So one of my favorite shapes is the stiletto. So I am going to go long and pointy. One of my favorites. The reason why I also like to go long for these special designs is because you can get a lot more stuff in it. And it's always advantageous to get more stuff in it. Okay, so I'm going to get a big scoop because I'm actually going to build a pretty good percentage of the nail with this white color because my designs are going to pop off of the white. So I'm going to lay that big chunk in there. I'm going to just shape this into a nice stiletto. I'm going to bring it right up to the cuticle. Oops, look at those little tiny bits of glitter in there. For this design, it doesn't matter because I'm putting lots of stuff in it. But if I wanted it plain, then I would take the time to take those little bits out. Okay, so I do not want to use I'm not going to build structure into this layer. I want this to be a rather thin, very low profile layer. This layer is just to hold my design coming up. All the structure is going to be in the top layer, which is going to be my hard gel. I really wanted to do this design So it's super, super clear. So I'm going to use the hard gel on top. I really like combining mediums, you could say. I don't know, different types of nails. It's quite fun to do that. So I'm just going to stretch this right out. Take it as long as it's going to go. Okay, I'm liking that. That's looking pretty good. It's where I'm heading. So I'm just going to give it a nuke. Okay, so now I'm going to put a thin layer of my hard gel on top. And the reason I'm doing this is because I didn't want to dig my stuff in it. I don't want to see any dents in it. I want it to look like it's just kind of floating and gliding. So I do need another brush for this. So I'm just going to scoop, use those edges, right, to get rid of that. And I'm going to put just a thin layer of this clear gel over top of the whole thing. Now, one thing I am going to do is I'm going to extend it, though, a little bit further. Just a little on the end here. So I'm going to extend that hard sculpting builder gel, whatever you call it, to the end. But it's going to be very, very thin. I'm putting some back in there because I want this to be quite thin. Okay, now we're not going to nuke this. Do not cure this layer. Okay, this is where we can get a little fun. Now I've cut a few of these up. I'm going to have to cut a whole bunch more. This thumbnail is going to be the sort of the catch-all and sort of idea and just throw stuff on it. Once you do one finger, you got a really good idea of what you're going to do more. So I am going to start adding some stuff. I want to really get it right down to the end here. Some stars. You really want to make sure you've got some stick happening there. That's why you don't want to cure it. You want to load it up. Like I say, I wanted to play with different colors here. Okay, I am going to pour a few little beads down this one end. These are my caviar beads. I'm taking the risk and pouring it in there. Usually these little dishes are designed so you can pour back in, so you don't want to mix it if you want to keep your bottle pure. But I'm going to use all these throughout all the fingernails. I got these adorable. I got to show you. I got to show you. Okay, check this out. Can you get a good look at that, Karpman? So I just want to, can you zoom into this, Karpman, so they can really see closely?
Those are cute.
Aren't they ever cute? So we've got some snowflakes in here and wreaths, presents. There's a reindeer. Here's the reindeer right there.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that cute? I love all the different kinds of snowflakes and stuff. So that's what we're going to put in here. You'll see them a bit better when they go on the nails. Okay, so I really like these snowflakes. See, when you place, look how delicate they are. Oh. When I was searching for these for my collection, I specifically picked each and every one of them out specifically based on their design. Look at this one. Look at that. That is so adorable. Here's the present. So cute. Okay, so let's get some other colors in there, like the red. Look at that, isn't that pretty? So pretty. That's why you want it sticky. You want it to be really stick on. Now that's just a gold star. I really like those red bits. So I'm going to get some more red up in there. Now, my nails aren't that big. So let's see if I can support a big giant snowflake. That looks very cool. I like that, but I think I want it a little bit more off to the side. So I think I'm going to take a snowflake. Oh, there's a green one too. Okay, I'm going to cut the snowflake in half. They work very well by cutting them with your scissors. It's just a little harder when you have a form on. Okay, I'm going to take that and place it right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, and I got the other half. I'm going to save that other half. And I'm going to cut this guy in half. It's very tiny work, as you can see. I didn't cut it all the way, so I'm having to rip it a bit. There we go. Get my brush. And I'm going to place that right on the side. So it looks like it's coming off the side. That's cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Isn't that?
Mm-hmm. That green has got a real skinny little thing coming off it there.
Yeah, that's right. It'll file right out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. So I do need something there. I don't... Oh, hang on to your panties. Okay. I got another thing over here. Oh, yeah, look. Do you see those? Do you see it?
Mm-hmm.
It's Christmas trees. Cute. Okay, let's get a Christmas tree in that nail. I'm going to put it right there. Look at that. It's so cute. Okay, I'm going to get the green over here. And I'm going to add some green bits in there. See these little tiny bits? I really like that. I like lots of...
Oh, it's like dusty sparkles.
That's right. I like all those little bits in there.
Yeah.
Okay, this is why I kind of do the thumb sort of just free for all, you might say, because it gives me an idea of what the things look like, the sort of scale that each one of these designs offer. And now I can get a little bit more specific with the other ones. Okay. Now, oh, I didn't get any of the little caviar beads after I was talking about them so much. These caviar beads that I have are incredibly tiny. They're the smallest I've ever found. They're more expensive for me to get, but I really wanted to add them to my caviar bead collection. And I have 3 colors, like a pewter, sort of a dark gray, and then a white, and then the gold. So caviar beads just add that little extra glisten. They are absolutely essential in design. Oh my goodness, that is Christmassy. Okay, I'm just going to add, I think, up a little bit up in here, some caviar, just to give it that magical little feeling. Yeah, that is magical. Adorable. That's what I love about nails. You can get so creative. It's just like a little canvas, isn't it? Okay, once you get all your design in there, you've got an idea of what you want, then you want to cure it and hold it in there. Okay, before I clear cap, I'm going to go ahead and decorate all the other ones first. I've done all the design. Now I just need to do the clear cap. I'm just going to get one giant bead with this little brush. Scoop it up. I mean, I'll do a few. That's just because gel brushes aren't totally huge. But you can get a lot of bead on there. Okay, I'm going to attack my French nail here. It's going to need a lot through here. So I'm going to put the majority of this bead right on there. Spread it right to the very end. So I'm going to move it up a little bit and come over here to cover. I need to cover the whole thing because I've got these gold snowflakes right up to the cuticle. So if you know anything about gel, it likes to move slower. It self-levels. It does a lot of the work for you. I'm just sort of guiding it to the areas that I'd like it to go. I'm just going to keep bringing it down right over top. Right to the very end. I've got some of my, sort of the post of my brush. I'm just going to take advantage of that excess. Roll it right off. That's looking pretty good. Just going to make sure it's all the way down the side. Just trying to make sure it's covered my design completely. That's looking good. I check the side. Now gravity will just, because gel is self-leveling, right? So I'm just going to make sure that it's coming down the side. Yeah, that's looking pretty good, but it does need another bead. Bloop. Blob. That's very suiting for gel, actually. And I'm going to put that blob. If I look sideways, you can see there's lacking right in here. So I'm going to add that right in here. I'm of the belief that I'd rather have more product on there and file it off than wish I applied more. You want to make sure that this is nice and strongly built because they are long. Okay, I'm just getting rid of a little extra. Probably don't need that much. Okay. Nothing's on the skin, which is good. If you get it on the skin, just wipe it off as fast as you can. And don't cure it on the skin. You don't want to get into that. Just making sure I've got that apex in there. Spine, as they say. Now I'm going to hold it upside down. I mean, you can go crazy and trying to sculpt it. This is sculpting too when you're shaping it on there. But, you know, I'm just going to fix it in the filing. Now, you could go on and do the other ones, but I want to nuke that one in place. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a nuke once I feel it's right in the right spot and it's up. I think it needs to go a little bit more. I can add, of course, but you can see that I'm trying to avoid that. I think I'm gonna own it. You know what I do love? When that clear goes on, do you see how it magnifies the pieces? See how I'm moving? Look at that gold one. Mm-hmm. See how it magnifies that? It's not doing it here because they don't have that reflective coating on there or that clear coat yet. I love it. Listen, can you hear those elves? They are like, I think they're having a party back there. They are working it. Okay, let me do another blob. Okay, I'm gonna roll that blob on here. So I'm just kind of focusing on the nail bed at this point. Just kind of push your blob back. I'm just trying to encase all of the gems, all of the foil pieces. And then I'm going to, creating that apex, right? Then I'm walking it down as far as I can take it. Oh, and look at that. Here's a little mistake. It's kind of good that it happens. See that piece? It just came right off So it wasn't sticky enough under there. So I don't know what happened there. Okay, so I'm going to stick that guy back in there. Right. Now I may not be able to, I'll just go down as far as I can take this, because this blob now, if it goes over top of a loose piece of mylar or the gemmy stuff, it will move it. And I really want that to stay there. So I'm going to make sure this blob is where I want it before I nuke it, because it's going to move that piece. So I'm going to bring it down past that piece that I moved. Does that make sense? See, so I'm just going to, I mean, if I get lucky, maybe it'll just glide over top, but it most likely will move it. Gel is pretty, you know, it's kind of strongish. It's very, very sticky, so it's probably going to move that piece. Okay, so just going to look at it sideways. Yeah, it's a little bit thick near the cuticle. I can just see if I can thin it out just a little bit. Okay, because of that loose piece, I'm going to cure it, because once I cure it, it's going to cure that loose piece. I don't know how he got loose. I obviously did something there. Maybe when I play the video back, I'll go, oh, yeah, that's what I did wrong. Nobody's perfect. We can't strive for perfect. We can strive for beautiful and what's beautiful to you, right? That's what's important. Look at how reflective that is. Isn't that gorgeous?
It looks good.
I absolutely love that. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and clear all these up. I like this one better. That one on my index finger, it has quite a natural arch. Kind of just slightly goes in a nice, so it's one of my favorite ones to do. I just love it. Okay, cure. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and clear cap the pinky and the thumb. Then I'm going to file them up. Okay, one thing I love about gel is it's a bit softer of a product. Still strong, but it's easier to file by hand because it is a bit softer. So I'm just going to use a coarse file. And I'm just going to start. Look how stiletto just fits right in there with that file. It's just straight down the side. I love that. Ooh, this is going to be sharp. Just working on the cuticle here. You need to be really careful when you're filing that tip part. You don't want to put pressure on it this way and snap it. I mean, you can fix it, but ugh. I hate going backwards when I do something. Working on that cuticle. Get a little picture here of what we're doing. See that? Getting a nice arch in here. It's looking good. And then I'll look down this way. Ooh, not bad. Not bad at all. And sometimes here's one little trick I will do. See the weight of it? I will hold it under my other finger so that I can use it as like a brace, right? So I'm leaning my finger onto this one. So when I file it this way, it's putting pressure against my finger. Much less likely to break. Actually, I don't think it would at all if I'm holding it like that. That's a little tip. Okay, now I'm going to go down to the medium because it's looking pretty good. I mean, you can leave it on the coarse actually and just put the top coat on it if you're quite comfortable with that. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Whew. Well, I know what it's going to look like when I get a top coat on it, but I'm pretty excited actually to do it. Okay, look at that. Doesn't look like much, but I know it's beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and file all the rest, just like that. Okay, I'm going to warn you because when I put the top coat on this, you're all going to go, oh. Okay, I am the luckiest nail technician on YouTube because I'm in the position now where I get to develop my own products because of you, and you are loving them and you are buying them and we are having so much fun. So now this new release is all these gems. I sell them in these tiny little guys. As a matter of fact, I'm not that organized. By the time I'm shooting this, they're not up on the website, but that's my deadline. I work well to deadlines. So that's my next chore, is getting them up on the website. There are 9 colors, I believe, or 9 different types, with the one separate being the gorgeous little reindeer and the snowflakes and the little presents. They're all going to come to life. Okay, we're going to start with the pinky. Remember I had my design? We were going to do the pinky with the full color, then we work to the gold. Let's check it out. Pinky first. Okay, cameraman, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Look at that. Oh. That is gorgeous. I just love the dimension that gel gets. Oh, okay, here's the gold.
Dazzling.
Isn't that gorgeous? And see how I did this sort of a French style? And I have the white up until here to the French, and then it's all kind of clear all the way through. You can see the snowflake, the little reindeer. Oh my goodness, that is so pretty. And there's little dust in there until I oil it. You'll see the little dust in the cuticle. I just want to note, when you turn it sideways, look. We're talking low profile here. We're not talking huge and thick, right? See that nice, it's not super, super thick, getting all that stuff in there, right? Same with this one. Not super thick. We're keeping it relatively low profile. And that's a lot of stuff in there. Okay, focus. Okay, let's get a look at this red. Oh, so pretty. Mm-hmm. Now with the red, I have little bits of the gold caviar in there. Oh, just gorgeous. You know, the green is really pretty too. Mm-hmm. I love the Christmas trees. I'm a big snowflake freak when it comes to Christmas, but I really appreciate that green. Okay, now we're going to do the thumb. I got to move this. Okay, so the thing is with the thumb, it's much like the pinky. It's got all the colors in it. Oh, that's so pretty. Very nice. Oh, okay. I just love it.
Beautiful.
So pretty. Okay, let's give it a good nuke. And I think it's time for the Christmas reveals. You know what these remind me of, Karpman?
No.
They remind me of when you go shopping for Christmas wrap. They're like, you know, there's a section where you buy Christmas wrap and they're in tubes. That's what this looks like to me, that the tubes sticking out in the Christmas decorations. That's Christmassy. I absolutely love it. If anybody wants to know what's on my opposite hand, it's kind of a Grinch color. I quite like it. It's Mother Nature by Madame Glam. And I just added my new little charms that I've got that'll be up on my website as soon as I do that. They're very, very cute. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to everybody. If you're looking for some more Christmas inspiration for more nail designs, check out my playlist.